Okay, so here I am looking at your problem, and I see how you got through it, and you did it great. The only issue here is you did it using the methods from Chapter 2 and not the methods from Chapter 3.3, which is where this is coming from. And it's not your fault. I think I even looked at my example, and I did it the old way too. I got to go fix that. So here's the deal. Section 3.3, we are supposed to be using the idea of putting into the matrix of AX, the matrix form AX equals B, then using inverse matrices to solve. So we multiply both sides by A inverse, then A inverse times A would result in the identity matrix, leaving us with just X. And then the other side, the right-hand side, would just be left with A inverse times B. So we don't have to change much. All we need to do here to solve your problem is we put this into the matrix A, which would be 3, 4, 24, 6, very similar to how you did it. Our variable matrix would be X and Y, and then our B matrix would be 25 and 96. So now we would use our graphing calculator to get the inverse matrix here. So take A and turn that into A inverse, and the graphing calculator does that for us. Okay, so I have my graphing calculator up. So what we're going to do here, go matrix, edit, and then this will we need to type in, it'll be a 2 by 2. So now that is 3, 4, 24, and 6. So double check that. There we go. All right, so now quit back to the main menu. Now I want to do the inverse of that matrix. So I'm going to say matrix A, find my inverse key. There we go. Hit enter. It comes out all ugly. So now we go math, change it to fractions. So now we've got our answer. So there's our inverse matrix. I'm going to go ahead and write that down. Okay, so now that we have our inverse matrix, now the math becomes relatively simple because as you can see from our general formula, it just comes from X equals A inverse times B. So there's our A inverse, and our B stays the same. It's still 25/96. So we just have to do the multiplication. A inverse on the left, B on the right. So 25/96, and we do our multiplication, and we get our answer. Now, where you're stuck is on part B. But the reason I took you through this is so you could see the general process and see that this will give you the same answers that you already got for part A. It'll give you the 3 cups, 3 1 ounce servings and 4 half-cup servings. So now for part B, the only thing that's going to change is our B matrix, because you'll notice for part B of the problem, it just says, what if I require A grams of protein? So instead of 25 grams, no, we just want A, and B grams of carbs. Well, how does that change our general problem? Well, instead of 25 and 96, they just become A and B. And then the nice thing here, that doesn't affect our inverse matrix at all. So all we're going to do here is change it to A and B. Whoops, excuse me. Pen went a little wild on me. Accidentally left-clicked. There we go. So now you do this multiplication. The problem, you can't do it in the calculator. You have to know how to do it by hand, hence why we take you through that in the previous sections. So you do the multiplication, rows and columns, and you'll get your answers. And remember, what this is really saying here is this is equal to X and Y. So X is equal to the first row times the column, and then Y is equal to the second row times the column. I hope that helps. Let me know if you need any more.